Hello everyone, as you can see my name is Prana Soedjatmiko, and in here I'm from the 6A class of English Literature, and in here I want to perform an informative speech about a MotoGP. So why should I bring this topic? Because I in MotoGP universe, Indonesia has massive uh, fan base, especially in MotoGP. So let me begin with, did you know the fastest ever recorded MotoGP bike is 366 km per hour? Well, that one achieved in 2023 from Brad Binder himself in KTM Factory Racing. So, what is MotoGP? Well, MotoGP is one of the most fascinating race on earth, especially in two wheels, with a performance range from 0 to 100 km per hour in less than 3 seconds. So, MotoGP first introduced in 1949. It was a 500cc class, begins so roughly 70 years ago. So that was the first MotoGP race ever recorded. So fast forward today, there are 3 classes in MotoGP. First is Moto3, which is it has displacement of 250cc, and then moved on to the Moto2, which is it has displacement of 750cc, and finally the MotoGP class, which is 10,000cc. And the machine itself from MotoGP is very complicated, very fascinating to watch. Just imagine, with a horsepower of maybe up to 300 horsepower, but the bike itself just weight in less than 150 kilogram. Can you imagine that? With those power to weight ratio, and then with 0 to 100 km per hour in just less than 3 seconds. Can you imagine how powerful the bikes are? And also, without the good rider, machine means nothing. It comes to the great rider in this MotoGP championship. The most famous rider of all time, you might want to hear name like Valentino Rossi, Dani Pedrosa, Jorge Lorenzo, and of course Marc Marquez. They are all dominating this class. Valentino Rossi himself retired in 2021, but his legacy carried on until this day. And of course, MotoGP riders have so many different schedule, and also it's very dense of schedule with 24 main races and 24 sprint races. These guys are absolute athletes. Can you imagine that? In 1 week there are 2 races, sprint race and the main race itself. Well, though that means MotoGP guys are absolute beasts of animals. So, how about the MotoGP's culture and fan around the world? Well, if we talk about fans, the Indonesian fans are the most loyal MotoGP fans of all around the world. But the first ever MotoGP race in Indonesia took place in 2022, and of course it was in Mandalika, Lombok. Well, the race itself was pretty much a big deal for Indonesia, especially for Indonesian government, because the late President Joko Widodo was attending to the event itself, and that makes this fan base in fan base of MotoGP Indonesia very big. So what did you uh, you guys want more about MotoGP? Just follow me on YouTube. Stay safe, guys. Thank you and have a nice day.